So I've decided to make this video. It's a very chill video, actually. At least that's how it's going to start. And I also have an announcement to make. The Naruto thank you video that I've been talking about is going to be pushed back until the last movie comes out. Because technically the last movie is the last part of the story of Naruto. You know, it's the part that comes in between 699 and chapter 700. So until the movie comes out, then I can do the thank you video properly. Now, just to give you like a little bit of a background as to why I'm talking about, why I'm going to be talking about the stuff that I'm going to be talking about. Last week was starting from Wednesday up until like Friday night. Well, I would say even Saturday, but that part of the week was one of the most exhausting weeks I've ever had as a reviewer here on YouTube. It was just absolute fucking chaos and madness and just the amount of stuff and information that came in, you know, it was a clusterfuck pretty much. So after Naruto ended, I took my ass straight to the movies because I needed some type of escape. I went to go see Big Hero 6. I was actually planning on doing a review, but now I'm doing this video, so whatever. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I was also thinking about talking about Interstellar, which has been getting like a lot of mixed reviews. So that's interesting. But anyway, yeah, I just needed to unwind because of the amount of stress that I was under. It's kind of like you're planning like this huge freaking party, all right? And so you have some idea of how like the party or the wedding is going to go because you're the planner. But then like 2 days before the wedding or the main event, somebody tells you, hey, there's a bunch of other people coming that you don't know of. And in this case, it would be like the kids of Naruto and Hinata and, you know, the kids of the new generation pretty much. I was not expecting Kishimoto to introduce so many kids in this last chapter, so I was like, what the fuck is going on? Sawyer's Daycare! Bring all these little kids over to this place, you know? But, needless to say, I got over it. It was okay. The final chapter, obviously, like, people are going to say that it was rushed. I agree with that. I agree that, but then again, see, the problem with saying that it's rushed is that, me personally, this is kind of the ending that I always had in mind. It's like, you can say that it's rushed, but it's like, what other ending would you have wanted to get aside from what we got? Like, you can tell me, I'm just asking. So there's two main reasons as to why I wasn't, like, overly emotional or freaking out about the Naruto ending. First of all, it's because I kind of knew that that was kind of like what was coming. But second of all, well, I think actually 698 to me was the most emotional part of the finale. If you consider 698 to be part of the ending, I think that's the chapter that was like, wow, like this is, and it's not because, you know, Sasuke's monologue, it's more of like what it meant, which is like, it's basically Naruto being able to save his friend. The goal of Hokage kind of took a backseat to saving Sasuke throughout Shippuden. Shippuden was, it's not really the story about a guy wanting to become Hokage. It's about a story about a guy who wants to save his friend. Another reason as to why I wasn't like, you know, overly emotional is because I've kind of already gone through like a fucking big series ending. And that's like with Harry Potter. Like I grew up with Harry Potter. I read the books. I went to the movies. And there was just so much hype and attention and the fandom was fucking crazy. When that final book came out, it was a mess. And we had spoilers before it came out, so people already knew who was going to end up with who and who was going to end up dead or alive or whatever. And it basically boiled down to like, do you want Harry to be with Hermione or do you want Ron to be with Hermione? And that's the thing that pissed people off the most from the ending. And again, you can't please everyone. Me personally, I didn't give two shits about that because I wanted Harry to end up with Luna, but I knew that was not going to happen. So I was just like, you know, whatever, fuck it. Happy ending, wrap it up, and that's what we got. And so in many ways, a lot of people feel that that's what we got in this. And so it was just like a wrap up, Naruto and Hinata, Sasuke and Sakura. Let's go, call it a day. I'm not going to lie. When the news broke, I may have gone to the Narusaku forums to see how the Narusaku people were reacting. And I wasn't the only one. There was a shit ton of traffic that had never been seen that was going into that site. Just to see, I guess people just wanted to see Narusaku fans have a mental breakdown. Which isn't right, but it's kind of like the same sort of like impulse that you get whenever you're driving and you see a very bad accident in the road. It's like you just can't help to look at it. It's like part of human nature almost. Long story short, I guess the administrator detected the surge in traffic, and they made it so that usually it used to be a public forum. You could just go and browse the threads and just look at what people were saying. Now you actually need to create an account to get in. So I think that was a smart thing to do. You know, it's like, I mean, because if people are only there to troll and to mock people, I would have done that too if it was like, oh, look at you, like you were wrong. I would have done the same thing. So now it's like a private forum. You just have to create an account. So that's okay. Then, and I don't know who's responsible for this, but the Naruto fans created a new character called Shinachiku Uzumaki. Shinachiku is basically the fanfiction love child of Naruto and Sakura, and he has green eyes. To me, that's still not problematic, you know, because if you want to create your own character, it's kind of like a coping mechanism, you know? You create your stuff, you have your fanfiction, it's all in good fun, so I don't really consider that a problem. I don't think it should be considered a problem. But unfortunately, this whole thing didn't stop there. It started to snowball, actually, because people wouldn't stop complaining. And this led to some very fucked up negative things. So this is basically like a Facebook page, and it's been closed down now, I think, thank God. But it's a Facebook fan page with the intention or the slogan of wanting to kill Kishimoto because of the ending. And you can see that it has like about 183 likes. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? And yes, you could argue that was basically like a troll, like just wanting to get attention, because that's what trolls do. They get their angst out on the internet, and then they don't do shit in real life. But unfortunately, it didn't stop there either. People were actually sending tweets to Kishimoto's assistant. Are you fucking to get an explanation as to why Kishimoto ended the manga the way that he did? Or what's even worse, and both of these options are just horrible and negative, but they also asking Kishimoto to change the fucking ending. Are you serious? And I guess the harassment got so bad that she decided to tweet in English. Is not her native tongue, obviously, and maybe she doesn't even dominate as well, but because she wanted to please these sewer rats that were complaining, she actually sent out these tweets. And listen, it is a shame that these are in English, because you know the Japanese aren't complaining about it. I would have found a way to sue all these motherfuckers for harassment, or at least get their Twitter accounts terminated. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's one thing to disagree and dislike an ending of a work of fiction. It's a whole nother thing to go and attack and verbally assault, maybe even, I don't know, a person, an actual person that worked really hard to get you this shit. Oh, by the way, these motherfuckers were complaining even before the official release. So not only are they reading this shit online for free, but they're complaining about it to this extent. And this is a problem with our generation as a whole. Because you know how you had the veterans and then the baby boomers and then Generation X and stuff, so each generation gets like a name. This is turning into Generation Bitch, because all we do is bitch about stuff online. That's literally what this thing is turning into. You don't like something? Go on Tumblr, bitch about it. It's just like people don't know how to educate their kids and shit. It's just like, oh, just go watch TV, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Just stay out of my way. And then people were complaining. They were saying, why is Sakura a housewife? That is so offensive to women. She was so empowering before. No. Maybe, and this is just a maybe, she decided to stay at home so that she could bring up salad to not be a piece of shit like you. And just when you think the complaining is over, alright? Look at what these idiots do. Banned Naruto in the US. Banned is past tense, by the way. And it says, we want to ban Naruto manga unless Kishi does a dimensional when Naruto married Sakura. And it has 401 signatures. Are you shitting me? Granted, these types of petitions rarely accomplish anything. You know, they're internet petitions, so it's like, whatever. But you do realize that in asking to ban Naruto, if Naruto had been banned before this, you literally would have nothing to talk about, nothing to support. nothing to look forward to in regards to your pairing, right? You do realize that. And now you want to ban it? We're all here as a fandom because Naruto existed. The amount of mental retardation in this fandom is alarming. I don't know how old these people are, but you do realize that at some point, some of these people may have children. So all this stupidity is going to be passed down. And not just the stupidity, but like this sense of entitlement of like, I want things to go my way, and if they don't go my way, I'm going to bitch about it until they do. You're contaminating something that could be potentially very positive, which is the story of Naruto and its ending, and just bringing it down the shitter, which is where you live. I never imagined that this negativity would be part of the finale, especially when it comes to Naruto, which is like a story about, growing through hardship and being able to deal with it. And yet you have like all this bullshit going on. That's it. That's my rant. Comment, rate, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Bye.